和市场的改变，市场的改变，市场的改变，消费者和市场的改变，市场的改变。
Well, hello. Welcome to Divine Dimensions, again with Darian. And today I have a very lovely and special guest here with us. Today we have Deja. Malaysia. Deja Art is also her name. Dejart.
Deja Art.
Yes. So, Deja here is a lovely, lovely painter. You specialize in paintings, I would say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. As far as like creative skills, definitely painting is my forte.
Forte, I would say, but she's definitely an artistic all around the scope.
Aw,
You
that was sick.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, has there been anything that has like really stuck out to you, maybe in this past week or month, that you feel has really maybe changed the way that you go about your everyday life, or that it just made an impact on you in general?
Yes, actually, I just started reading a book, and it's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and it's by like Joseph Murphy, and he pretty much just explains how the conscious and the subconscious mind are both in the same bubble in a sense, but they're also separate.
Mm-hmm.
They have different functions, but they work together. And like, I was pretty much what I summarized from a couple chapters that I read so far are that it's super crucial to like pay attention to what you kind of like feed your mind on an every moment basis, and you should be wise of what you agree with and what you don't agree with. Like,
That is very true.
you know, I think that it's also very important to just kind of like catch yourself when you do find yourself using a certain word that's like harsh, or about to or catch yourself when you're thinking certain things that are like not gonna benefit you or not gonna serve you.
Mm-hmm.
And stop yourself right there and just be like, no, actually, I don't agree with that. That's not my reality.
Yeah.
And then your subconscious mind just discards it. It doesn't even it doesn't create it for you. It's kind of like after you say a conscious thought or something, whatever you tell yourself, your subconscious is like, okay, and starts creating it. So if you tell it, actually, no, I don't accept that as my truth. That's a good practice to incorporate into your life, because
I agree.
then you start to learn how much more aware you are of your own thoughts.
Of your own thoughts, and that's a major thing that sticks out to me that you say, because a lot of times it's easy to just kind of like get caught in the current, of like other people's thoughts, because when all of these people are all thinking the same thing, it's hard to like break out of that. I don't know why I just thought about Miley Cyrus when she went through her little wild thing, and it's what do you think about Miley Cyrus? Everybody had the same idea until just one or two people were like, oh no, that's cool, like that's cool that she's doing her own thing, and then all these other people just tagged along with that. So it's like you really do gotta check yourself and say, is this my truest thought to me?
Right, for sure. Yeah, and also, I think that if you like practice being in control of your thoughts, and like because it's so easy to go on airplane mode and to just like
Airplane mode, that's what it is.
let your mind like trickle all these thoughts and tell all these stories and show you all these visions, but like you have to know when to like stop yourself. Honestly, you just gotta like remind yourself, like, just because I'm having this thought or just because I'm like visualizing this doesn't mean that it has to be my truth. It doesn't like it's like when you're meditating, like so many things can come to mind before you get into that one spot where you like aren't affected by those thoughts anymore.
Yeah.
So you simply just have to discard everything that you don't feel is gonna help you.
it is easy for your mind to kind of go on airplane mode and fly really, really far. Like, have you ever had like a full-on conversation that you with somebody else in your head? Like, you have your thoughts and like what you're saying to them, and then you have their voice in your head telling you what they're gonna say back to you.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy.
And then you like,
wow.
And then for some reason, whenever I do that, it's always like for bad circumstances.
Yeah.
And it's like, but why? Why am I like painting this picture in my mind for that? You know?
I feel like it's just fear. I feel like the ultimate battle in this experience is opening your heart more or closing it. And it always goes back to like fear and love. Like, are you going to believe this because you're afraid of being hurt, or because you don't want this to happen, so you're gonna justify it with this? And it's just like, we create all these stories that like haven't even happened. That's what you gotta tell yourself. Like, why am I even doing this? None of this has happened. And the only way it would happen is if you keep telling yourself those things and if you believe it.
Right.
So like,
and it works both ways, you know? Like, we were just talking about how one of our friends was watching The Secret, and they were talking about how like people getting speeding tickets a lot, and she's like, oh, that's me. The next day she got a speeding ticket or whatever. Yeah. You know? And ticket, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it works like that, and it works on the positive way too, you know? Like, if you're like, I'm gonna freaking pass this test, like, I'm gonna get this pose down, I'm gonna learn how to do this technique. When you say it, like, you are actually like putting that initiative into your mind, and that's what you're truly believing, so you go and you actually do it, and you do those things to accomplish it.
Mm-hmm. I think also that when you speak it into existence, like, you are putting that exact frequency of what you are saying into reality. Therefore, anything you put out there will come back to you. And if you believe in karma, then you should believe in this, because it's the same concept. Whatever you put out comes back. Like, if you know,
it's like a frisbee.
Yeah, boomerang, frisbee.
Oh, yeah.
No, frisbees do that too. They do. If you throw it, it'll go all the way up and come back.
If you have somebody else throwing it back to you.
Well, what do you mean?
Frisbees only come back.
Dude, they
Frisbees
totally
only
do.
come back if you have somebody else throwing it back to you. You can't throw it to yourself.
Well, no, I literally at the beach yesterday, I saw someone throwing a frisbee, and they threw it really fast, and it like went all the way up in the air, and then it like slowly came back to them.
I think that's probably a boomerang then.
No, it was a frisbee, but they were throwing it like upwards, so like it like came back, like the wind, like, I don't know, it was trippy. Came back to him.
Interesting.
Who knows?
Not me, obviously. But that just may conclude our video today, folks. Today was just a little taste of Deja's divine dimensions, because you will be having a lot more of this fine lady here. So once again, thank you for blessing my video with the eyes of your view. I shall see you next time.
See ya.